Damn it!
That was
It didn't
good.
make the sound I wanted.
Brought to you by-
I wanted the. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dish Pit Podcast. This is your host, Jay Fandango. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
Oh, Mikito, Miguel.
And all the way across the table, you got Mark here, also known as the Crow.
And y'all already know, it's your boy Chocolate Daddy on the scene.
It's the original
On the
Rabble Rousers.
set
Welcome back
light.
to episode, what is this, 55?
55.
Episode 55 of the Dish Pit. We skipped 2 episodes. One because of, I don't remember what the reason was. One was because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We
And
need to be
Thanksgiving,
more
y'all.
on it.
the other was an impromptu visit to me by family
Oh, yeah,
members.
you said your daughter was in town, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, family rules.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in a while. It was good.
Gonna have to start doing the podcast without you, man. Even with your daughter. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? I'll go last.
Bro, I had 3 plates from 3
I
different
saw you
places.
snapped it all.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I had 4 plates, and they were awesome, all of them. Every single one of them was awesome.
What was
So-
your favorite thing? What's your favorite thing at Thanksgiving?
Oh, that's kind of hard, but I think dressing.
Yeah, the dressing.
The dressing is fucking good. I don't know, man. I'd
To me,
say
it's always dressing or green bean casserole or something like that.
Yeah, I was
I'd
gonna
say the mashed potatoes with gravy.
I was gonna say broccly, rice, and cheese casserole,
Or
but
ham.
like,
The ham, the honey ham,
see,
honey
but
glazed
then
ham.
we do candied yams, and it's just like, like you.
The dressing go with the yams. If your dressing yam combo is correct, I'm coming back for second.
Why would you wait? So you eat the dressing and the yams together?
Bro, if they're not touching, you didn't have dressing and yams.
I don't eat dressing and yams. I eat dressing and the yams.
Bro, literally,
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
right.
mean?
spoonful has dressing and yams.
No, that's disgusting because I don't like mixing my sweet and savory. If anything, here's what I
Sometimes
do.
sweet and savory go well.
In trail mix, maybe.
Oh, I'm actually on Jordan's side on this one.
What I
I don't
usually
like
do-
mixing the sweet and savory.
I put I have my savory plate. You know, I got my turkey, my ham, mashed potatoes. You know, your green bean casserole, and your mashed with the gravy, with the stuffing and all that. And then once you're done with that, when you go, if you get another plate of all that, that's fine. But if you go back for like a dessert, if I get some pumpkin pie or something, I'll get the yams, the candied yams with it. So that's like my dessert plate.
That's
That's an
different.
interesting
Okay.
way to go about it.
And I don't eat cranberry sauce
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Every
Yeah, me neither.
It's disgusting.
I'm not huge on it, but
Me
every
neither.
now and then I'll get some.
The only
It's, like
cranberry
a white, it's
sauce.
definitely a white people thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only no,
Like I
no,
don't usually
not
say
true.
that shit. That's some white people shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not true. The candied, the cranberry sauce in the can.
Yeah.
That's some cultural shit. All right, that shit, like
It's like a-
Mexicans, black
okay.
people, like
Well,
they
yeah,
fucking.
you
Yeah,
have
we
to
all
have
do
them.
it.
Yeah, you have that on the table, you're fine. I don't do the cranberry sauce just because I'm not big on that. But if there is the fucking Jello cranberry out there, I'm gonna just get this up just because I have to. Also, I do kind of like you, but not with a dessert plate, because I'll go back for a second plate of just stuffing, and then candied yams, and then I'll eat that together.
It's
Or
all,
if there's a casserole that I really
it's
like.
all about the perfect bite.
We didn't make
y'all.
mac and cheese this year. I just realized that. It fucking sucks.
I was also doing this rent-a-boyfriend thing, putting it out there. Y'all saw that. The rent-a-boyfriend, where it's like, I was sending it out. It's like,
Different
you have
packages.
Thanksgiving packages, right? You have the silver package, which is $75 plus a plate. And that occurs that there's 2 hours at dinner, matching outfits. I tell a few jokes, okay? Then you have the gold package, it's $150 and a plate. And that's 3 hours at dinner. Cute backstory about how we met. Details about what I do for a living. I'm going to call your dad Pops. All right. And then you have the platinum. All right. And that's the girl that's like, oh, I'm ready for a date on Thanksgiving. Right. That's $350 plus a plate and a to-go plate.
Gotta have it to go.
Gotta have to-go
God,
plate.
Yes.
That's an all-day affair.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you I love you in front of your family.
Mm-hmm.
I kiss your mom on the cheek. And I help clean up after dinner.
That's a gold mine.
That's that's a
gold
business
mine.
right there. Every Thanksgiving. I mean, if you're single out there, guys, that's the one you
Chicks
should
are
do.
not gonna pay for that, bro.
Someone will do.
Some might, not enough to form a business model off of it.
It's
Do
just
it
some-
then.
it's just some-
Defy my expectations and do it.
Gee, if anybody can do it, I believe
It's
it's,
like
you.
it's a fucking annual thing. How are you gonna make money?
You just
I
gotta
mean,
set
there
up.
are other events, bro. Not just Thanksgiving. There are events all through.
You're not gonna follow
the
through
year.
with what we're talking about right now, and I know it.
Who knows?
He said, look, hey man, I want in.
I'll
If
send
you
you. I'll
get
send you
some
the
shit
script.
going, I'll be like, we can have like a van and uniforms and shit, right?
I mean,
Like
honestly,
short, like delivery boy shorts and little hats.
it'd be easy to get it going. You just got to post it on social media, man.
That's it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
all
hear
you
the
gotta
ad
do,
right
and then
now.
you basically have money in your bank account right after that.
I can hear the ad
Basically.
right now. Do you need a boyfriend? But only for the holidays? Look no further.
What would we call ourselves?
Rent a boyfriend.
Rent a boyfriend. Rent a man.
At a small fee of $75, these events
Buy
could
a
be-
boy.
Rent a boo.
Rent a boo.
Rent a boo.
They actually sent like rent a boo.
Rent a boo.
It's
Buy-
all one word. It
Buy
has
a
to be,
babe.
like
You know what
Uber
I
or
mean?
Google or something
Yeah.
like that. Bro, that we need to go to Silicon Valley with this idea right now. We need to get an app
I'm
developed.
so down.
Bro,
Shit.
Yes.
the
Get an app
the
developed.
number one question is, how are we different from escorts?
Well,
Oh,
we don't.
we
there's
don't-
banging is not in the contract, right?
It's
Yeah.
just a date for a day. Like it's a boy
And
you're
if she
renting
wants
a
to
boyfriend
bang,
for the day.
if it's
Like,
consensual. then
if
it's
that
fine.
falls into
Here's the
the
category.
scope of the events of the day, then why not? But,
Let's be
like, you're not
faces. If
paying
she's
for it.
buying a boyfriend, probably not gonna bang, right?
Yeah, probably not. Here's the demographic, though.
I don't know. You said you banged a 3 before, so
Sir, you know, I'm putting my business out on Front Street, sir. Hey,
we all
look,
admitted to it.
First of all,
I deny it.
no. Look, I'll tell you
I'm
like
listening,
this.
bro.
I own up to mine. Like, shit gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do, man.
AG, no
And-
one looks down on you, bro.
On
No
that
one-
day, on that specific day, I did what I had to do.
We ain't have to put them out there like that. Sir. That was crucial.
Don't worry, we got like 2 viewers.
Blake, please insert some fire flames or something whenever Jordan says that.
He doesn't want to do that. It's too much work for
Bomb
him.
drop.
He told me the other day the editing was too much work.
Of course it is. That requires us a shot right there for the DP podcast, the DPP.
You
Cheers.
took my shot.
Gotcha.
So, the PS5 scalping is still going on.
Scalping, yes.
I mean, I'm with it.
So
Only because of the fact that, like,
it's a natural progression of things. It happens
people have
with,
been selling things that are terrible for you at an affordable price for our whole lives. Why
Shut
is
up.
the guy who
I am-
has what we all actually want, that isn't going to kill us, the bad guy, for charging us more to have it?
Because that's called manipulating the market by buying up all the stock and driving the demand up artificially.
so here's
how
my
the economy works.
theory.
No, yeah, it's that's why it's legal. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not scummy. They're using bots to automatically buy all the stock. So even if you wanted to get a PlayStation at the same time, this motherfucker has like 1,000 accounts buying up PlayStations.
I think that it's actually Sony that has these people doing this because
I don't think so.
Well, think about it. If you have somebody buying up
Yeah, that's-
your stock and
Someone would
your
know.
product,
It's Wyndham at its finest. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
following
yeah,
you.
no, you're buying up all your stock in the product and then selling it at a higher price, but you're driving the market up because you're increasing the demand. Because now everybody else wants some.
They have
but
10
they got-
million more consoles coming out.
It's not about the amount of the consoles they have. It's about
about
the
the-
operation.
The volume of the people who have to have it. As
And-
long as it outweighs the people who can actually get it, they'll be on top.
To me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Anytime I hear about somebody driving up or the market being driven up by scalping or anything like that, I always think it's an inside job. I always think it's like
There
that
is
company
cases
of-
that do that, but Sony doesn't do
like
that. shit.
Microsoft got popped with that when Windows like in the 90s. That's why they got on the whole monopoly level and had all those trials and had Microsoft broken up into different parts. It's because they had people deliberately driving the market and they owned the market too. So they were literally increasing the price of their own stock. That's why they got popped. And Sony might be doing it on some level. I don't think it's like anything like that.
I
but
don't think they're doing that. It's people on eBay and shit. It's it's been happening like this for years. When a new graphics card
Mm-hmm.
or a new mostly just graphics cards, PC products.
High
It
profile
happens all the
cases.
time, and sometimes companies do get accused of having their like subsidiaries being the ones that are buying up all this stock and causing the artificial driving the price. Meanwhile, the main company's not able to keep up with the demand, right? We can't produce enough, but really
It's a false number. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But no, in this case, it is actually just some dirtbag homies
that's fucked up.
doing that shit, like buying 3,000 fucking PlayStations and selling them at like $1,000 each.
Aren't we like friends with the same, like some of the same people? Like I saw the same thing with, what's his name? I'm not gonna say his name online, but we're friends with him. The
I would
comedian.
do that.
Is
Yeah.
anybody buying them for $1,000 a piece?
I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody.
Not as many as you'd think. There's not a lot. It's not
Somebody
because some
is.
of them are getting desperate. They're trying to go to like YouTubers and have them do ad spots for them.
Really?
And it's crazy because that's how you know they're desperate, because the YouTubers are the ones calling the scalpers out.
Yeah.
Because if you go try to find a PlayStation $500, you can't. The cheapest
there are none.
the cheapest you can find one for is probably like $750, and that's a guy just being like, "Yo, no one's buying these for $1,000. I'm just selling it for $750."
That's like gun show prices, you know?
It's gonna be a couple months until the market stabilizes, but there's some graphics cards that came out this year that MSI, one of the MSI versions of the card, they were getting accused of the scalping of
Really?
one of their subsidiaries
Mhm.
that is under MSI, buying up all the cards and stuff like that.
See, I totally see that. That's what I see. Whenever I see like the market being driven up by supply and demand, then you got all these scalpers out there. And
It's
like,
just more common now because online buying, you can just buy everything with bots.
especially now during the COVID, online buying is everything now.
There needs to be a way where you can only buy like one console, or like the limit, however many they want to choose
Like
to
you're
limit.
getting toilet paper at HEB.
When there's
You only
that
get
much
two
when there's that much
packages.
demand, someone should not be able to buy 3,000 copies of the system.
That's true.
That's ridiculous.
Still, it's like I don't
That's
see how
more-
you make money doing. Like you'll end up losing. Like if you
No,
buy
you make
10
money, bro.
PS5s, I'm gonna sell all 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
At first you are. It's the people that are buying thousands of PS5s that are, because it takes longer to sell that much.
And I'm not sorry to all the people, the two listeners that have a PS5 out there that listen to us, but if you're buying a next generation console this early, it's not going to be the best product. It's going to have a bunch of it's
Yeah, there
gonna
are
have,
bugs,
It's going to have
but
bugs.
it still does true 4K, which no console currently does.
Mm-hmm.
120 frames on a good chunk of games.
But I've been hearing
always
these
60
things-
frames.
I've been hearing these things where it's too fast that the consoles are shutting down. Not just with PlayStation, but with Xbox too. I read an article the other day that it is moving too fast for the sub-programming in there that it'll just boom, turn off and go back to the restart screen of the console. And in some cases, they've even had to like remove their game and then reinstall it in order to get it to go back.
That sounds like an edge case, because there are also like PS5s that I've heard of being bricked. That's just what comes with a new console launch. Like
That's
you
what
were
I'm saying,
saying, it's not his best product, but I think it's still worth the money.
I haven't decided how far I'm willing to go yet, but I do know that if by Christmas, they haven't made them readily available to gamers to have, I'm probably gonna pay a little bit more to get that thing and have that thing.
No, wait till the
I'll just
spring,
wait,
dude.
bro.
Just
When
wait.
is spring? When the
Like
it's just-
March.
it's not
March
even winter
21st
yet.
is the first
Bro,
day of
we're in
spring.
December.
Not even
3
winter
months
yet.
from
Why
now.
are you in such a rush? Like, I'm gonna let them develop the product,
And what
get
did-
everything in order so that I don't get like, I'm an Xbox fan, and I remember when you would get an Xbox, a week fucking later you'd get the red ring of death. Like,
That's because the
Yes.
360 had major issues.
yeah.
I only have
I'm
one
just-
360 and never red ring.
Me neither.
I
But
had a 360 and never had ring, but it was still there was still a 50% chance that it would happen.
This
Yeah.
is where I stopped at PlayStation.
That's
now.
ridiculous. If
I
any
had-
company but Microsoft did that, they'd be sunk.
I had PS1, PS2, and then I went to Xbox. So I've never
Fucking up.
done the 3, the 4.
I had
now,
PS3, but I
Missing.
when the PlayStation
PS3
Network
was awesome.
crashed. When the PlayStation Network crashed, that's when I bailed out of PlayStation.
Bro, when I was
It was
playing-
just because and it wasn't just because of that. The network was still free, and they hadn't figured out all the bugging of it. Because I would play sports games, I would play FIFA, I'd play MLB Live The Show, I would play Madden and like online matchups, and the system wasn't as great as it is now. Of course, you have to pay money for it now, but it wasn't as great, and it would just kick me out of a game. And you get kicked out of a game, that's an L. I'm playing a season, I can't take L's. So, I never played a 360 or an Xbox before. When I jumped on, it was 360. And then I went to a friend's house, and they were playing Halo. And I was on the network. And PlayStation Network, you didn't have headphones back then. You had to have a Bluetooth headset or a wireless thing or whatever. And Microsoft just gave you one. Yeah. And then the Microsoft Network.
Well, you could... I don't know about you, but I had headsets.
This is in 2003.
Oh, you're talking about PS2 era.
PS2 to PS3.
Yeah.
There was
PS3 came out in 2006.
Yes, but there was no headsets released until 2008 for PlayStation.
I didn't have a PS3 until like 2009 or something.
Trust me, like there was no headset.
Out.
I was like,
I got it.
I got the headset from on my Xbox, and I was blown away.
What? Right?
Hold on,
what
what?
comes out?
What?
Remember where?
Oh, right. Well, you gonna get it? I mean, it's already came out, so I'm tripping. But
yeah,
you're
but
gonna get it soon.
I don't want to wait till March next year, like January.
There'll probably be some more available. Just wait. They gotta produce it.
And why do you want to buy it right now? You want the 4 games that are out right now on the PS5? Like
y'all, like okay.
Yeah, and then also he's never. First of all, he's never played a
right.
PS3 or PS4 game. He has hundreds of games.
That's right.
When you have PlayStation Plus, you have access to hundreds
and
of games.
that's where I'm at. Like
You're right.
God of War. There's so
Last
many
of
games.
Us, Uncharted.
I just played my first Assassin's Creed. I done put in 30 hours, and I'm like, this is lit. Like,
on that note, bro, I've been trying to convince you to play Assassin's Creed for at least a couple of years now.
I'm just more convincing, bro.
Because
he saw me playing it.
It's the fact that it's the fact that it's Vikings.
Yeah,
yeah,
Vikings.
because of
you don't like Italian shit, bro. Assassin's Creed 2.
I'm telling y'all, I've seen the other games played. The only one I would be interested in playing is the one with the pirate.
You're tripping.
Black Flag is good.
Black Flag.
Syndicate was good.
Assassin's Creed 2 is the best one.
Ezio Auditore.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
I know about it.
Assassin's Creed 2 is the best.
That's the one they made
Assassin's
the
Creed.
movie about.
Like
Michael
Roman?
Fassbender. Right?
Huh?
They made an Assassin's Creed movie, and goddamn Michael Fassbender was.
Yeah,
in it,
but I
right?
think that was based off the first game.
It was the first game.
Okay. So not Ezio.
Ezio comes in the
Ezio's the
second one.
All right.
He's like the descendant of Altair. Altair, Ezio, and then Desmond Miles. Desmond Miles is actually like a culmination of not only Ezio and Altair, but the fucking assassins way back in like Assassin's Creed Origins. Like the people who created the Odyssey. Basically all of mankind's history culminated in Desmond Miles, and he's like because you get the past and then the future, like present. I mean, so you're in the present, and there's this thing called the Animus, and you go into the sleep, and you can see people's. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, you can see people's memories.
Yeah.
That's what it is in every game, and then they just go to a different part of history, and they're having their own fight with the current Templars. Order of the Ancients is what it's called in Valhalla, but it's the Templars in the current day.
Yes.
And
That
even
is
in Assassin's
super
Creed
cool.
2. In Assassin's Creed 2, because that's like in
The Holy Roman Empire.
So the secret battle has been going on throughout the ages.
you're going
up
against the
until
Borgia
now.
family.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
And
They
is
were
there
in line
so
with the
good.
Pope.
I'm about
Is
to
there
play through it
anything
again.
Outside of the game, y'all can tell me about the game. You know what I mean? Like
You get to meet Leonardo da Vinci. You get to
Yeah.
meet all these great Italian Renaissance fucking people.
It's of that era.
Bro, all of them are good in their own
You get to
right.
go through Italy in like the 1600s. When was it?
Yeah.
1600s.
1500s.
1500s. It's so cool.
In the
It's
Renaissance,
really cool.
high in the Renaissance
That's why-
era.
and then there's Brotherhood, which is like Assassin's Creed 2.5. That's a really good one too.
There's the 2 games
3
out
was
there.
okay. It
Assassin's
wasn't
Creed
great.
3, nah, I
It
really
wasn't
enjoy
great.
it.
Me being a historian, the 2 games out there that I really, really love, the series is God of War and Assassin's Creed. Because not only do they involve important history aspects, but they don't stray from the actual history. Yeah, the story develops from what the actual events are, and that's the fiction. But the events that you see normally, and except in God of War, but I could see what they were doing because they had to create more content. It was like Kratos has to challenge Zeus. You know, he has to challenge these certain gods to succeed. And I like that content because it's still within that universe.
In the
But
first game, he
Assassin's
fights
Creed,
against Ares.
Ares.
And in the second game,
It was Zeus.
No,
yeah.
Zeus was the third game.
He sees Zeus, but he never fights him. He
never
only
fi-
gets the sword.
He fights Zeus in the third game, yeah. In the second game, he
It's
gets betrayed
Athena,
by
right?
Zeus.
So Pete,
Hades. is the
I can't remember
antagonist.
exactly. I know the first game you fight against
So Zeus has
big ass
two
Ares.
brothers.
Yeah, you're the god of war.
Neptune and Hades.
No, not Neptune. Poseidon.
Poseidon
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Hades.
Poseidon.
So he has to fight all three of them?
Well, in God of War 3,
don't
he
think
fights all of the
In
gods.
God
He
of-
kills all of the
I don't
gods.
remember.
Which is the
Fighting
one where he fights the
Poseidon.
Titans. Is that 2? Where he gets sucked
Well, you
in-
fight Kronos in the third one.
Yeah, but and Atlas too. You fight Atlas
You
in the
fight
second one.
Atlas
I think
in
the second one, yeah.
In the
I
second
thought Kronos was in number 1.
I haven't
Shit,
played the
games
games
I
in a
gotta
while.
fucking play them again.
See, that's what I'm
great
talking
God
about.
of War is
That
awesome.
is-
Totally replayable series.
That is what I can't wait
I've
to
played
get
God of
into.
War at least 2-3
One
times.
God of War 1, 2, and 3 are amazing. The new God of War on PS4,
Zero
awesome.
Dawn Horizon.
Zero
That's
Dawn.
Horizon
another-
Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Horizon
Yes.
Zero Dawn.
I want to play that.
There's a second one coming out on PS5.
Well,
I
you-
heard that.
Here's a little interesting segue. I love the God of War because it brought to real life the animation of these Greek gods and like how they actually were perceived by the humans at that time. At the time, the gods weren't like, "Oh, it's
They're
Zeus
assholes.
and Terra." Like, no, you feared the gods.
They're like royals,
you feared
peasants,
them,
and
they had
commoners and shit.
exactly, and they had awesome power over you. And I love that transition into the animation of that, much like the Mandalorian episode 1.
Do you,
Yes, bro. Mandalorian.
If y'all are asleep on Mandalorian,
I'm not asleep on Mandalorian. I just have not gotten to see the second season.
I was gonna watch the
Second
2
season's
episodes
so
I'm behind
good.
on tonight because the newest episode.
they have
oh, you don't have.
they have too much money and genius for this show right now. Like I'm watching this. I'm like, this is like history right now,
bro.
I like the way
Yeah,
they
it is.
ended
It is.
the first
This is
season.
history.
Dude, the first season, as incredible as it was,
It's mise en place. That's story building. It's
Yes.
basically world building, getting you to know a lot of base characters.
And-
Second season, that's when they really fucking start throwing the Star Wars shit at you, just fucking
fucking loose all over you,
throwing
bro.
it at you.
Oh my god!
All the
And
names and shit, and then you get all the Easter eggs and references.
they pull back like it's groundbreaking what they're doing. They take characters that only have existed in animation, that exist in Star Wars canon, Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan Kryze, like Grand Admiral Thrawn. Like the only exists in animation and in novels. Even Thrawn's story was in Legends.
It got adapted because it's so good.
It got adapted because it's so good, and his character in Star Wars Rebels wasn't as good as Clone Wars, their animated series. Clone Wars, you watch it and you're like, holy shit, this is really meant for fucking kids because of the story and the
not.
building. It's not.
People
It-
get killed. Like
there's so much story. Like, yeah, Obi-Wan watches. This is not a spoiler, but like, Obi-Wan falls in love with Duchess Satine, who is the Queen of Mandalore. But he never acts upon his love because he's that type of Jedi. He
was master level.
he strips to the code. You know, he's always been about the order and the code.
the master of
The
Form
Republic,
4.
the master of
He was
Form
master
4.
level. He shed himself of emotion.
He was the best at Form 4 of lightsaber combat, which was designed for a defensive
Defense.
measure. Like, you know, when they reflect blaster bolts, that is
Form
Form 4.
4. You have to learn it. But
Sarisu.
he's the master of it. That's the only reason why he was able to beat Anakin
That's what I
at
said.
Mustafar. Because it was his defensive mechanism that made him raise his lightsaber up as Anakin jumped over. If he was in Form 5 like Anakin was, his lightsaber wouldn't have went like that. He wasn't. Anyway, and the Star Wars, Clone Wars, like, people die. Like, you watch this scene with Obi-Wan watching Duchess Satine die in his arms after Darth Maul kills her in front of him. And you're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, and they
This
bring
is
Darth
like-
Maul back, too.
Yeah, Darth Maul's not dead. He comes back. Well, he's dead now. But he
He's
comes-
dead now, after
Yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah, after Rebels, because he does come back, and
He
he has
came back.
he has a huge influence. Like, we actually might hear about Darth Maul in the Mandalorian because he actually ruled Mandalore at a point.
Yep.
He
Wasn't
had the dark
sliced in
saber.
half.
Yes.
Yes. But, all right. So what he did, Darth Maul fell to the bottom.
He used his dark side energy. That's how powerful the dark side is.
Yeah, the dark
his
side
anger
is-
and hatred and rage
It's
kept him
capable
alive.
of yes, bro.
That's how it is,
Bro,
bro. I'm not
yeah.
lying.
So
That's
he
how
was
it
looking
is.
like that dude from from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Except they gave him spider legs.
Well,
at
yeah.
first.
What he did, he fell into a dumpster pile as he fell, and then the dumpster droids took him to a fucking planet of garbage, and he was so filled with hatred and rage from Obi-Wan Kenobi that he used the Force to like take trash, literally, and manipulate and form it to make makeshift legs, much like a Jedi makes a lightsaber, but he made it to make makeshift legs that adhered to him until Palpatine
Found him.
Yeah. The greatest
But he
dark
already
side
had
wielder
he
of
already
all
had
time,
another
bro.
apprentice, right?
He already
His
had
Savage?
another apprentice.
This is why-
Dooku.
He had
People
Dooku.
say, and we were talking
actually
about this
captured Dooku.
off cam. I say this all the time, and no one ever proves me wrong. I think Palpatine was Anakin's dad.
No.
Actually,
Plagueis was Anakin's dad, if anything.
that's what's coming
was
to light now.
Palpatine's Sith Lord master.
All right, so
Really?
Yeah, Plagueis. Do you remember from the episode 3? He was like Darth Plagueis the Wise. I've even read the Darth Plagueis novel, and it's amazing. It's called Plagueis, I think.
yeah,
just
it's called Plagueis. And what's actually, I read an article not even 4 days ago. It was actually saying like Star Wars confirms in Vader comics because Anakin was like, I was making the joke earlier, like Anakin's like Jesus or Jesus like Anakin, but he
Through
was
the Force.
He was conceived through the
It
Force.
was like a ritual that Plagueis performed.
Correct.
Because he was having visions and he was terrified or something, right?
Yeah, he wanted to
Oh,
prevent
that's what it
people
was.
from dying and create life, is what Palpatine tells Anakin in Episode 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right?
Yeah.
So, in that, and he says that he taught him everything that he knew. So, in doing so, but what happened was Plagueis actually had initiated the Chosen One prophecy.
Which
In
is
in his practicing,
Because he's pushing
of
back
trying
at the
to
Force, right?
Yeah.
It's like a grand spiritual fucking thing with like your connection to the Force. And when you're so powerful, you can sense fucking shifts in the balance. And he's able to sense it because he's so strong. So he's scared in his later years. So he's like devoting most of his time to researching for this fucking thing we were talking
this
about.
prophet is Chosen One, and he pushed so hard on the Force that it randomly happens. He does create life through the Force, through dark energy, through dark side of the Force. That's where Anakin comes up. So Palpatine realizes this, kills him.
Yeah.
The rule of two.
kills
Realizes
Kills his master.
Kills his master in his sleep. Because that's how the Sith ways. The
No,
rule
he got him drunk.
Oh, he got him drunk. That's right, and he fucking was
Yeah.
just like in a stupor. And kills him with the dark side.
And Plagueis was already kind of injured because he had sustained a bunch of injuries before. He had like a mask to help him breathe.
Dude, there's so much Star Wars shit that's going to happen now. Like the fact that
So Plagueis is Anakin's act father.
He's God to his
Yeah,
Jesus.
but-
Yeah.
but not his.
And it hasn't
biological
even been
father.
officially 100% confirmed either.
no, that's just what Star Wars is leaking out. So here's another thing, and I was telling Jordan this the other day through text, that I was like, after I watched the last episode of The Mandalorian, I fell into this hole of just going through all the Star Wars shit. And it turns out that Disney, Star Wars Disney, which is Dave Filoni, George Lucas, and Jon Favreau right now, have so many projects in work, it is unfathomable. And one thing that came out that leaked is Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson, is back.
I knew he wouldn't die.
Yeah, I didn't think he died.
And
There's a
even-
Star Wars theory video that talks about him living because Samuel Jackson uses form 7, Vapad. And that form uses
The dark side.
anger. And he's able to use the dark side
And
and still maintain his Jedi-ness.
That's why he was the
he
strongest.
Yeah.
converts it into
he
the light
was
side.
he was the strongest, like next to
He
Yoda.
Next to
makes
Yoda.
a righteous anger and wields
Motherfucker.
it
Correct.
with his
He takes
Jedi.
any dark
Yeah.
side energy around him
Yeah.
and channels it into the
Yeah.
light side, into his fighting style. In fact,
He was trying to teach Anakin Vapad at one point.
Because he
You're
was
right.
the only one that understood there was a two-way street about it.
Correct.
You have to control your emotions.
So no one knows
if-
his backstory either.
If Mace
Wow.
Windu had taken Anakin under, that'd have been a different story.
So guess who plays Mace Windu? Young Mace Windu. It's already been released.
Oh, there's gonna be a young Mace
yes,
Windu.
yes. This is gonna be
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
Correct.
damn it! I was gonna say that. You
Yes.
fuck.
already
I
been
knew it.
released.
You can see it?
B.
He's
Jordan.
gonna be
Is
bald.
he gonna be bald?
He's gonna be
Of course
bald.
he's gonna be
he has to
bald.
be bald. Come on.
That'd be funny if they're
No,
like,
he
yeah,
has to have
young Mace
hair.
Windu had hair.
Bro.
No, he doesn't.
Cutting your hair is a symbol of mastering something.
Well, here's the thing: if we're seeing young Mace Windu as a Padawan, Michael B. Jordan gonna have to have one of those little fucking
Yeah.
things hanging down.
Rat tail.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's
That'd
what
be
all
funny.
Padawans have.
Yeah, all
All of
the
them
Padawans.
do.
It'd be like a little puff.
Yeah,
With the little Marley beads.
it's the little Marley
He can
beads
braid
on
it, bro. He
I
doesn't
know.
have to
I
be a
know.
puff. That's hilarious, though. It'd be funny if
Like
it was
a
just
little-
like sticking straight out, though.
That's awesome.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, no, it's already been released. In fact, there was a concept art photo. Samuel L. Jackson. It's like him with like this big mechanical arm with no like skin anything on it. Like he has just a big like arm to like replace everything, and he survives the fall using Form 5 on his way down because he fell in Coruscant. So
Hard fall.
hard fall.
And he got hit with fucking Force lightning.
So who knows how
And he got his arm chopped
And he
off.
got his arm chopped off.
I feel like though he didn't really get hit with that much Force lightning.
No, he didn't. He was deflecting.
I've
a
seen
lot of it.
people. Well, in the end, when he got his arm cut off,
Yeah, but
he
that
did
wasn't
get hit with the. I'm like, man. Well, Luke ate a lot more lightning than that.
Yeah.
Like, you could
Yeah.
survive. Maybe he lands on a car.
It's
Right, like that's possible. In Coruscant.
Grandmaster Mace Windu. So at the beginning of Episode 1, Yoda wasn't Grand Master of the Jedi High Council. Mace Windu was.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Look
that.
this up. And in Clone Wars, the show, it explains. Yeah, it explains why in Episode 2, Yoda is referred to as the Grand Master of the Council because Mace Windu gave it up to be on the front lines and lead campaigns,
Like the general.
like a general.
Yeah, he's a general.
So he couldn't. He knew he couldn't be Grand Master of the High Council and do that job, and do that as well. So he gave
Clone
it up
Wars
to Yoda.
is amazing, bro.
Clone Wars is so
That's
amazing,
so good.
so good. And
I
then-
like how they do it. Like it's like episodic. Now everything takes place in a flowing timeline.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
And then Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah, Ahsoka is pretty
Like they're.
pretty cool.
I'm waiting.
The Mandalorian.
Yes, but
Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson plays Ahsoka Tano. What you need to know is that Ahsoka Tano is Anakin Skywalker's Padawan.
Okay, so
He was
that's
told that
fine.
he had to have a Padawan by Yoda, and it's kind of like to balance him out because Yoda already saw the way he was going with the Force,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's given this Padawan who is pretty much just like him, cocky, headstrong, vocal,
Except not angry.
except not angry. Right? You're right, but they developed this relationship, and they truly like
Snips.
look Snips. That's what he calls her because she keeps fucking talking shit back to Anakin, you know. And what does she call him? Skyman or something like that. Sky Dude. She's like, okay, Sky Dude.
I've never heard her say that.
Yeah,
I
I've
always just heard her say master.
So
No, she'll call like she called him that at the beginning.
she's a Mandalorian who was trained
No,
in the
no,
No,
no.
she's
She's a Twi'lek.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
Twi'leks are. She has a different. Remember, the Twi'leks are the fucking. Is she a Twi'lek?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You're thinking about the ones with going like this. Twi'leks are. Look it up. I've been
know,
doing a
I'm-
lot of research on Ahsoka Tano recently, so I'm just.
Are Twi'leks the one with the long neck and just the
No,
bobblehead?
no, no,
no,
They
no,
have the
no.
little
You know what
dangly
I'm
bit.
talking
What he's thinking about is the one like.
She's
they're-
a Torgruta.
Oh, she's a Togruta. A Twi'lek is the one that.
They're the one, bro. I know what Twi'leks are.
Yeah, they're the ones with the long liku like this, out of the sides of their head.
Like
Yeah, I know.
Kit Fisto
yeah,
is a
yeah,
Twi'lek.
yeah, like the long liku that comes out.
Or this bitch. These are Twi'leks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the little dangly
So the
bits.
things on those dangly bits are called liku, or leku. I don't know how the exact pronunciation.
What's
but-
what was the other one you said?
This is what Ahsoka looks like.
So those things that grow out of her head, it's just part of her head. It's just like skin and mass. Those are called leku.
She uses 2 green lightsabers, but she leaves the Jedi because they accuse her.
She used 2 green lightsabers at first, but then she leaves the Jedi.
She turns. They go white.
It's because she got accused of killing somebody
That she didn't do.
that she didn't do, and the High Council was going to like punish her. She ends up having to escape to prove her own innocence, and she escapes on behest of Anakin. So she ends up proving her own innocence, goes back to the High Council. They absolve her of that, but because of that whole incident,
she's like, I'm
she's
leaving.
like, fuck y'all, chunk deuce on the Jedi Order. I'm gonna leave. And the Jedi Order is not, they'll allow you to leave. Dooku left, you know, if you leave on good terms. And like she left on good terms, but that incident was really what caused the downfall with Anakin and the Jedi.
If she hadn't if that shit hadn't happened, he probably wouldn't have felt a certain way about the Jedi Council.
Not making him a master and being a part of the
Just
council.
like everything stacking up on
Yeah.
that.
It
And that
literally-
is true. There was a big failing on everybody's part for that shit. Because that's just powers you fucking can't tamper with. He has the highest midichlorian count ever, like
over
created from the Force. You gotta fucking treat this guy with care. They did not do that.
The crazy thing with Ahsoka is she appears back in Rebels
Fulcrum.
and as Fulcrum, and actually, whenever she comes out of being Fulcrum, her name is Asha, which is actually before she says she's Ahsoka in the show. She says she's Asha when she first meets the Rebels, like Ezra Bridger and all them. And her concept art name by Dave Filoni was Asha. So Dave Filoni still snuck his original name for Ahsoka Tano into Star Wars canon. And when she appears, she thinks Anakin's dead because he got killed in Order 66. And
Yeah.
then she finds out after she comes out as Ahsoka that Anakin's Darth Vader. And then she has to face him. She almost lost if it wasn't for Ezra Bridger. Pulls her into that Star Wars, like that nexus, which is what comes into play in Rise of Skywalker, or what they say how the Emperor got from falling in the shaft at the Death Star to Exegol was that he used all of his dark side energy and forced him into the world between worlds, where he was able to instantaneously go to Exegol.
Jesus.
So that's how Star Wars Rebels plays into actual Star Wars canon. So I can only imagine what fucking Jon Favreau is going to try to do with this. Because Ahsoka Tano is looking for somebody besides Darth Thrawn. And then she sets Grogu and Mando on a quest to find a Jedi.
Oh yeah, Baby
Fuck.
Yoda's name is Grogu.
Yeah, you're going to find this out sooner or later. But the child has a name.
Grogu.
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 Grogu. And he was
Grogu.
actually just another Yoda species.
Yeah. And
He's
he
not
was-
like a clone or anything. He's just he was raised on Coruscant.
What is Yoda's race?
We don't
No
know.
one knows.
Well, no one still knows.
No one
okay.
knows.
Grogu.
No.
There's only
For
3
all
of
you
them.
baby Yoda is his name,
Right,
fans. I'm astounded.
Yaddle.
Yaddle, Yoda, and then Grogu now.
Yeah, I like
That's
how
3.
I like how they broke with tradition with the fucking
The
Y
Ys.
thing. Yeah, fucking
Yogu.
internet nerds are like having a fucking fiend. Over
What color would your lightsaber be?
All right, so
I choose green.
you don't choose it; it chooses you.
Well, then how do I know?
You have to like take your kyber crystal and put your force energy into it.
Well, how the fuck are we gonna say that right now? That's like
Okay, so you choose green. So
Yes.
green would mean that you have an inherent like oneness with the force. You're more
green
you're
is more in tune with the Force.
more-
Blues are
Mine
like
would
more in tune-
vanguards.
Yeah, blue is more in tune with the actions that the force gives you.
I think purple.
Purple is only Mace Windu
Power.
has able
Right.
to do that. The reason why is his form. He's able to use dark side energy and convert it into light.
It's like a
side
red
energy.
and a blue lightsaber.
Yeah, it's
together.
like a red and a blue together, and he's the only one that's been able to manipulate that.
So
form.
imagine like your blue lightsaber, which is using a lot of defensive maneuvers
Mm-hmm.
and forms and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And then green is more like force abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But red is just like power.
Red's power or hatred or greed or fear.
Is there like an orange or a yellow lightsaber?
Yes,
There is.
There is.
Yellow is used by the
Temple guards.
the temple guards. Orange, we don't see those, but they are.
Ray has an orange one.
I thought that was like a yellow.
If it looked more orange to me, that was on. I haven't seen.
I feel
I
like
feel like I'd have an orange or a yellow.
feel like
Yeah.
I'm a
Pass me this.
yeah I didn't I?
Yeah, you do.
You know why Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers are white? I know this. It's because she lost her green lightsabers, and she had blue ones that Anakin gave her. She lost them when she left the Jedi Order, and she went rogue for a while, just a force being out there. And in her quests, she would go fight the Inquisitors. And
Oh, they have white sabers, right?
well, no, they
Or
had red ones.
Oh, yeah, Inquisitors. Yeah, sorry.
So they had red ones. So the how you make a red lightsaber as a Sith is you take the kyber crystal. You usually have to capture it from a Jedi,
You bleed it.
and you bleed it. You put all of your anger, hate, and fear, and your lust for power into it until basically it causes the crystal to bleed, and that's why it bleeds red. So she captured already crystals that have been broken by the Sith, that have been bled, and she put her own Force energy into it to turn them away from that, and they turned pure white, which is why she has white lightsabers, and why you don't see anybody else really have.
So a white lightsaber needs to be basically a red purified lightsaber.
Right now, according to canon, yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm definitely.
And then if you look at her
right,
hilts-
punch you with the left. So I feel like I could be.
If you look at her hilts of the lightsaber, they're two different ones because she's.
So it's not a traditional like Jedi lightsaber, right? It was, you said it was the Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
So they just put those shits together.
Yeah.
I don't think they craft them with the Force, do they?
No, I don't think they do because there's a lot of talk about the Sith manipulating actual Jedi lightsabers that they capture and like mechanically making them their own. Like Vader's lightsaber, the way you see it in the movies, wasn't like that. According to Vader comics, he actually defeated a Jedi, took that lightsaber, made that crystal bleed, and then used that saber, and then mechanically altered it to fit his the suit that he's in. You know, the
He went back to the light side for a little bit when he was trying to bleed his kyber crystal.
yeah, he was very.
He literally changed back to Anakin for like a couple seconds. He's like, you could see the mask was broken a little bit. You could see his eye.
Oh, see his eye. I remember the Vader comics are awesome.
There's like 24 of them, I think.
Yeah, they are awesome. They are a fucking good read, and it's all canon. So it's like
Because it's Marvel Disney.
Darth Vader is the most iconic villain, I think,
And
of
you
all
get to
time.
see truly how much
I
the
would-
fucking Emperor
I'm
would
sorry.
fuck with Darth Vader.
I beg to differ because the Joker is probably.
I thought we were talking about. Oh, I thought we were talking about Star Wars.
We were, but he said Darth Vader is the most iconic villain of all time,
I guarantee.
and I said I beg to differ.
Okay.
I
because
still say Vader over
The
Joker.
challenge
over the
is-
Joker. Seriously?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
challenge is you go to Europe, go to
What does the
Japan,
Joker
show
really
somebody a Darth Vader mask, and show somebody a Joker face, and see if they can guess the name Joker or Vader, or say Clown or Vader. I guarantee you, Darth Vader comes out. Literally, bro, like the
Everybody knows the Joker. Everybody knows the Joker.
All right, females. Include females in the conversation over Joker over Vader. Like, just recognizing them by the name. Not like, oh,
There's-
that's the character from Batman. Or character from Star Wars.
You know how many girls I know that have never seen Star Wars?
There are a lot.
But you don't have to see
That-
Star Wars to know
that-
who Darth Vader is.
You don't have
That's
to
true.
see Batman to know who the Joker is.
Well, yeah, because there's been like a million Jokers.
Yeah, especially now after the fucking...
How many variations of
Joaquin
Quinn.
Darth
Phoenix.
Vader have there?
One. Because there only can be one.
But that's my point though. Like that's kind of my point.
That's my point is there's only one Darth Vader. There's like 80 Jokers.
right, but the
And Mark Hamill
There-
from Star Wars is
There's
one
a
of them.
joke.
there's an infinite ways to put your spin on the Joker though. That's kind of the beauty of it. Like
That is true.
Hey man, you said your piece. I say Darth Vader. What about you, Mark? We're
I'm a Batman fan, so if he would have said the most iconic hero, I would have been like, "Look, bro."
Batman.
you're
I wouldn't have
tripping.
said Luke Skywalker.
Probably
you know?
probably Superman.
But I'm gonna have to agree with Vader, just off the
fucking
just like
hate
it
Superman.
sucks, but
the strength of the 40, 50 generations. I mean, the 3-4 generations that have gone through Star Wars. It's just now completed, so it's like,
And to be honest with you, I wouldn't have said it if I wouldn't have watched this video like 2 days ago saying it was like, and it literally compared all of Marvel, DC Comics, like in live action, as far as like sequences and exposure and thing. The Darth Vader character has 547 different appearances throughout everything you could possibly think of. Robot Chicken, fucking shit, all the way back to the 70s
Bro,
TV shows.
that's actually really funny. I looked up, you know,
The most iconic.
iconic villains. We'll just do the top 5 for right now. Hannibal Lecter,
yeah.
Mhm.
Hans Gruber,
Hans
Gruber
Gruber
is on
Die
the list.
Hard.
Loki,
Yeah, he's a trickster.
the Joker, and then number 1, Darth Vader.
So it's like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
There are some, like, when you look up iconic villains, the first 5 are Joker, Hannibal Lecter, Darth Vader, and then fucking, for some reason, Norman Bates.
I think
That's a real life. Well, no, it's Psycho, right?
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah,
based on a real
Psycho.
story, though.
the racist was real close though. Like honestly, it could be up for debate. Like, you know, like
I get what you're saying.
But none of them are black.
don't have to be. Like,
Wait, what'd you say?
You said the
I said
race
they don't
is
have to be
real
black.
close.
Oh, you did say. I heard you say racist.
That's what it was.
Black
funny.
dude
Orko's
always playing
here.
the
We're
race
wrapping
card.
up the podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
Talking about
I see what
Star
you're saying. I
Wars.
understand what you're saying. I'm that black suit, bro. That black suit.
It's opposing in the voice.
I think you're thinking about it in a different way.
The voice and then the
Also,
choke. The Joker can't just fucking off rip kill someone by doing this, bro.
he doesn't, bro. He's a whole different type of villain.
Listen,
So of course he can't. Like,
James Earl Jones.
fucking.
He's the voice.
All right.
He's the voice of
If we're
Vader.
talking about voices, bro.
No,
who
I'm not talking about
voices
voices.
The Joker.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
All right then. Like,
He voices the best Joker, in my opinion.
Me too. Bless you, bro. No,
which crosses into the Star Wars, you know,
no,
like
no. You're seeing what you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you said that comment, like the racists have like spoken forward. I mean it like they spoken forward like for Vader. Okay, not against him. Think about it. Black man's his voice. All black suit.
yeah, but,
dominating
but
character.
When you take off the top, when you take off the helmet,
What do you see? A sad white man.
Sad,
decrepit
dude.
white
yeah, like so.
It is not, and he
so
doesn't have the same
broken.
voice. I don't think there's anything wrong with
He's
it.
so broken. And in episode 6, where you first see Anakin, you know, with his mask off, where Luke takes it off before Vader dies, it's a fucking sad British dude.
Terrible.
Like, fucking holes in his head.
Bald fucking head.
Tell your sister you were right. And it's like, come on, bro. I think it's going in the opposite direction to what you think it's going, because I think Vader's
G's
been a
gaslighting us, bro.
strong representative of.
Geez, gaslighting
Okay, so
us.
do you guys know the correct order to watch all the Star Wars consecutively?
Yes,
I mean, if you're gonna watch it chronologically, is that what you mean?
that's the way
No.
to do
Yeah,
it.
chronologically.
Is it really the way to do
Yeah,
it?
that's the way to do it. Because think about
Now
it
that
this
they're
way.
all out.
No,
So
well,
you should start with
with one.
episode 1.
yeah.
That's what you start
Yeah,
with.
that's what I figured.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Clone Wars. If you're in between.
No,
2
no,
and
yeah.
3.
Clone Wars in between 2 and 3, and
Yeah.
the show.
And yeah,
So you have to watch the movie and all 6 seasons of the show.
7.
7 seasons? My bad.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it came out with 7
Came
seasons.
out with a 7th season.
I was
That
so
actually,
used to it was 6 seasons for so long.
Actually, you could watch 6 seasons of Clone Wars and then watch episode 3 and then watch the 7th season, because the 7th season happens during episode 3.
It's right before like the end, like
It
right?
ends with Order 66 and the Siege of Mandalore.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
In-
cool.
In the Siege of Mandalore.
So basically, because the Clone
So
Wars
the
were still
Clone
happening in
Wars-
episode 3.
The Clone
Yes. I'm
Wars
tripping.
wrap up on episode 3.
You actually
Towards the end.
Yes, you actually see before the 7th
no,
season before the 7th season of the Clone Wars came out, Mandalorian season 1, the final episode came out, where you actually see the Siege of Mandalore, where Din Djarin gets rescued by the Night Watch. That's during the Siege of Mandalore. That's actually season 7 of Clone Wars. That's how brilliant The Mandalorian is because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have gotten together and it's like, let's see how we can fix this shit. Let's see, like, there's all these plot holes. Everybody's talking. Let's see. This is from my point of view how we
It's
can.
the most ideal situation, honestly.
And he's like not only hitting it out of the park, but he's like doing some groundbreaking things as far as storytelling. Like no one would ever I would never thought I would see Ahsoka Tano's story continued. And now I just read an article today that the Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian that we saw is actually probably still during the Rebels series, because the Rebels series doesn't wrap up until 10 years after episode 6. Like when you last see Ezra Bridger and he fucking takes down Thrawn, like you might see it might be happening, or I mean 5 years after episode 6. So you might see what's actually going on in that, which is why Ahsoka is searching for somebody else, like, or why she references a Jedi. Because there's only so many Jedis that are alive at the time. The Jedi from
You think Ezra's gonna come in?
I think so. I
I
think
didn't
it's
even
a,
fucking think about that.
I think
dog.
it's a big possibility.
I didn't even think
Because he's
about
already
that.
older now.
There are a couple other Jedi that I know survived too.
Luke is still alive at this point.
I don't think we're gonna see Luke.
I don't think so either, but he is still alive. There's the Jedi from the game Fallen Order.
Yeah, but he takes place.
Is
Yeah,
the
around
game
that time.
canon?
No, he
as
takes
well?
place around
It's
that
after
time.
Order. No, well,
I like
it's 5
him.
years after Order 66.
Okay, well, so that's 18 years outside of, or 25 years away from what we're at.
Damn.
Because if it's 5 years after Order 66, I don't know how long the duration of the game goes, but you still have Luke to be born
It's like literally.
13 years
Like,
later.
I think it's 5 years. I don't,
Luke is born at Order 66. He's 18 at the beginning
or
of episode
more
4.
actually. It might have been like 8 years after or some shit.
Yeah, so, and then everything happens really fast. So then it's 5 or 6 years after the Battle of Yavin. Everything takes place. Star Wars timeline starts with the Battle of Yavin when the first Death Star explodes. So everything's either before the Battle of Yavin or after the Battle of Yavin. Mandalorian takes place 10 years after the Battle of Yavin.
5 years after Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. 5 years after Order 66. So that's still a good amount of
So
time.
then
That was a good game.
Between episode 3 and 4, New Hope,
No, between episode 3 and 4, you have Solo, or you have Rebels,
Rebels,
You also have
Solo.
Solo.
Rogue One.
Rogue One is
Rogue
right
One.
before episode 4. It literally leads minutes. Like,
It's like right there.
one of the best Darth Vader
You can literally
scenes.
watch Rogue One and fade into episode 4, and that's
In fact, the other night, I actually watched the last 28 minutes of Rogue One in the
So
first
great.
hour of
So
episode
great.
4, just because it just like flows.
it's a sad ending for Rogue One though,
So
man.
sad.
I'm like, I like all these characters, bro, and they're all dead.
Oh yeah, once
That's how the Empire Strikes
once
Back.
Donnie
bro.
Yen died, I am one with the Force.
The Force,
Force is with me.
Yes,
Like,
bro.
I was
The
like,
Force is
man,
with me.
you
I'm
have
with the
to
Force.
go.
The Force is with me.
He's just
Once he
wild.
I was
died.
mad when my boy Ip Man died like that, bro. Like,
I thought that was going out in like fucking glory. And you know
He
what's
did.
you
He
know what's
did.
you know
Well,
why I
he
like
didn't-
Rogue One? Because it was more of a space western than all the other Star Wars besides the original series. Because that's how George Lucas describes Star Wars, as a space western.
Man, it just doesn't feel like space western to me.
Bro,
Like
they
this
were on
last
the-
episode of The Mandalorian, tell me it didn't feel like a western.
That did.
With the gun duel in the
Mandalorian
back.
feels like a space
And
western.
the way Ahsoka is
I'm
just,
just-
like standing there like a it's like
Yeah.
you're watching a samurai movie.
It's a samurai duel and then a western
and
standoff.
a western standoff.
They're
and-
literally on. They're on both. They're in the same area, separated by a big, like steel door. Ahsoka's fighting,
The magistrate.
Yeah, this chick with a staff of pure Beskar, which is the only thing that can like really repel a lightsaber. And then Mandalorian's fighting against her like top guard,
But he's just
ex-military dude.
Just standing guard. Who you know who that ex-military dude was?
Who? Because that was fucking funny.
He's from. You ever seen the original Terminator?
Yeah, but
Like he
when I was a
plays.
kid.
He plays. Like that guy's a famous character. Like throughout the '80s, he does
But
a
he
lot
got
of
shot.
'80s. Yeah, he does a lot of '80s movies. Like his name is Michael Bean, I think.
Mike Bean.
hey, bro,
Speaking of Bean, Sean
Mario
Bean.
Disney Plus.
Bro, Sean Bean. I watched I watched Ronin. Have you guys seen that movie, Ronin?
Yes.
That movie is amazing.
47
Ronin.
Ronin.
Seven. Is it 47 Ronin?
Yeah, I think with Keanu.
Or is it
Reeves.
7 Ronin?
Or-
No. It's just called Ronin
Oh, I have seen
with
that.
De Niro and Sean Bean's in it.
No, I
I've
haven't
seen that.
No, it's really good. It's on. I was watching it on Amazon.
I have not seen that.
You haven't seen it, Ronin?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's cool.
I've seen it, but I haven't. This guy is in the Terminator.
It's like De Niro.
He's this guy.
It's like De Niro and all these other these actors. They're all basically like hitmen and assassins and like just like career criminals.
Oh, really? I thought it would actually. To be honest, I thought it was like something like Japanese shit. This said Ronin, and I was like, "What is this? A samurai movie with De Niro?" I don't know.
No, I haven't seen that.
They do have this in the intro, and they talk about. They say what Ronin are. They talk about where the Ronin came from. It's like it's a samurai with no master, right?
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
They were talking about the 47 Ronin when they were all disgraced because their lord died,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went and killed the guy that killed their lord or something, and then they all commit. They all committed seppuku at the same time.
Yeah. Oh,
They talk about
shit.
that, and then it leads into this, and they're all like career criminals, and they like there's this chick that works for the IRA or some shit.
It's a show or a movie?
Movie.
All right, well, I have one last thing to say before I go, because it was about I ordered McDonald's last night. And I ordered through Uber Eats. I ordered 2 McDoubles.
We are leaving.
Oh, no.
Oh, you
I'm
said
like-
before you go.
No, yeah,
Oh,
before we
wrapping up.
wrap this.
Okay,
Before
yeah,
we
yeah.
wrap this baby up. 2 McDoubles, a hot and spicy. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll order a 6-piece chicken nugget.
Sounds like a balanced meal.
Yeah, I think so too, right?
Make sure you get any fries.
Nah, I don't want the fries. If I want to eat, if I would have got 1 McDouble, I would have got a fry.
Make me hungry.
So I order that. Gets there in expedient amount of time. I always meet the person at the car. I never want them to come up to my fucking door. I'm just like that. So I go out there to meet them. Grab the bag. I'm like, what the fuck? This bag's fucking heavy as shit. I go inside. I look in there. I have 6 chicken sandwiches.
No
And-
burgers.
No, and then everything else that I fucking ordered.
They hooked you up, bro.
Yeah.
They must have mixed your order up with something.
I didn't get a single chicken nugget. Which
Aw,
They gave you 6 chicken
they
sandwiches.
gave me 6 chicken.
that's enough.
They only charged me for fucking 6 chicken nuggets though. But
Only 6 chicken nuggets?
yeah, I only paid $11 for the fucking thing
Jesus.
before the Uber fee. But I'm like, somebody is getting fucking. Somebody
Bro,
lost their 6 chicken sandwich.
I went to McDonald's the other day, and they have that, buy one, get one for $1 thing right now.
Yeah.
I got like the quarter pounder and the nuggets. I told, man, this fucking chick, I don't know how hard it is to put a fucking burger in at McDonald's. It can't be that hard. If
like,
children can do this shit.
what do you mean, like put your order in?
Yes. It can't be that fucking hard. And me and Blake are trying to order food. I want the fucking quarter pounder, no onions. And then the nuggets with fries and a drink. And then Blake's getting nuggets and a drink. And she's like fucking struggling. She's not even doing that. I think she had to have someone come and help her.
Are you kidding me? Like, have you seen the buttons on those things? It literally
just
says
pictures.
the name of, like, in pictures.
I know,
it
I worked
says,
at Sonic. I've worked at
It's
Sonic
a quarter,
before.
and
It's
it's like
easy.
a quarter pounder.
It's easy.
No, and then it has like a row of no's, and all the no's you could possibly do.
Exactly.
And then a row of subs, all the subs you could possibly
And
do.
then ads.
And then the drinks.
It's super easy. The chick was just fucking stupid. It's okay. We need stupid people in the world. It happens.
No, they shouldn't be like unless. Wait, hold on. Did she look like she was on the spectrum?
I
at all?
didn't. Blake was the one driving, so I don't even fucking look.
Like if she was on the spectrum, then I could be like, all right, well they're doing.
She didn't sound like it.
All right, well then no. Oh, she operated the whole thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, like you're not putting Rain Man on the fucking to go fucking thing,
I
right?
don't get what you're driving
When you say sound like it, what do you
She
mean?
didn't sound like she was on the spectrum, sir. You're gonna fucking criticize me for answering the fucked up question he asked?
No, he's.
All I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize.
If anything, we should be
From now on,
criticized.
don't ask me or mine for nothing. But yeah, so anyway, I get home after all that cold nuggets,
Oh
and
fuck!
flimsy fries. There's onions on the burger.
Of course.
Fucking A.
That was
fucking
the thing, that
onions.
was the straw, right?
Wait, no. My bad. There was not onions on it.
Oh.
But then I was like, okay, no onions, cool. Take a bite of it, bro. Ketchup explodes out of this fucking burger, dog. I'm
Bro,
like,
that hoe was juicy.
Jesus Christ. I take the bun off, bro. It's like someone just... I think someone heard me because every time she kept asking us to repeat her order, Blake would say that. And she's like, yeah, you want a quarter pounder, right? And he was like, yeah, make sure no onions. Because you're not saying the no onions part, so I'm
Yeah.
worried.
Agreed.
So I think they probably got upset
was
that I
like,
kept saying no onions.
"Oh,
So
no
they're just like,
onions?"
all right, have all this fucking ketchup and a little smidge of mustard.
Give us some
So
mustard.
annoying.
Fucking ketchup.
So yeah, I had to smear off like half of it.
Oh, you did.
I had to,
Oh, God.
but it was fine after that. But I'm like, geez, that was a lot. That was most ketchup Bro,
They gave you a juicy ass.
do you know
burger.
so much fucking... That was not juicy, bro.
Too much sauce.
Adding ketchup to something doesn't make it juicy. God damn it. That was fucking terrible, man.
I don't understand.
And why do they keep the nuggets for so fucking long? Stop making so many.
They sandbag like a motherfucker in that hoe, bro.
It's so stupid. Throw the fucking cold ones out. I don't want this shit.
Nah, they're too busy on TikTok.
Are y'all like me? Like immediately when you leave, the first thing you do is grab a fry, like, and eat it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I usually
Sometimes
do.
I try to control myself.
No, I limit myself to only one grab. It can get out of control. I can fucking lose the whole thing of fries before I get home. But if I just want the hot, like when I get like fresh, hot, I want to at least eat it once. And then when I get home, I'm okay with it not being that
All right,
way.
right. But the worst fucking thing is when you go for that first grab and they're already fucking stale. I had McDonald's the other day. Literally the last time I had McDonald's. I was so mad. And I'm not the kind that like goes back. I'm circle back around.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not either.
Let me get some fresh fries. But like on my way home, I was like, fucking.
You were angry with every bite?
Yeah, I was like, fucking fries.
You know what you do? Here's the secret. Ask for no salt.
I've had a version of
Really?
all of these things happen to me.
they have
Salt
to
on the
make 'em.
side.
They-
I'm gonna do salt on the side.
Only
yes.
I went to McDonald's and
Just ask for a packet of salt.
what
bro.
I ordered wasn't on the menu, so I had to order some other bullshit. When I got home, it was wrong. The fries was cold, and I was like, "I'm never eating this again." And through the whole, and I have not had. I can't think of the last time I had it. That was it.
Was it this one over here?
Yeah,
That McDonald's is trash.
That
Look,
is so garbage.
Look, I was so upset. I was like, I'm never, bro. I threw it in the trash.
That is some serious shit, bro. When you order something and it's so wrong, even though you could fucking just eat it, you don't even give a fuck. You're like, I don't want it.
Like when someone puts mayo on my shit, I'm like, throw this shit away.
See, that's different. They just made it disgusting. Like, he still could have fucking ate that shit.
I didn't. First time, they didn't even. Bro, you go to McDonald's, you see the menu, you're like, clearly this is what I have to choose from. And then you open your mouth like a fucking douchebag, and we don't have that. Oh my god, I'm ordering shit they don't even have at McDonald's. I'm clearly in the wrong line.
What'd you
Wait,
order?
did you order like, hey, I want a double meat Whataburger or something there or something?
Can I get a Big Mac? Wait, no, a fucking Whopper. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
can I get a
Whopper.
Whopper?
I think I just wanted a quarter pounder or something.
They have those.
Bro,
They got those.
It was something regular. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, we don't got that. I was like, okay.
What'd you end up ordering? You said
End up ordering a hot and spicy when I got home. Yeah, okay,
just a hot and spicy.
Just
How
a hot and
disappointing is that?
bro.
Of course you're gonna
I
throw it
wanted
away.
the chicken selects, the regular chicken. That's what
Chicken
I'm.
selects.
Oh,
That's what
man.
you wanted. They
Where-
don't have that shit
Yeah,
anymore.
they don't have that, bro. That's
Bro,
been
it
years.
was still on.
No, it's only been. They bring it back periodically, like the McRib.
Oh, really?
Man,
Yeah.
it was on the menu, and I'm like, yeah.
It was.
I was so hype about it.
They're not
And
that good.
Then they were.
Mark was like, I saw it on Yelp.
I'd rather
was
have.
there.
Crispy chicken.
I would rather have. Bro,
was
if I'm
good.
gonna have crispy chicken tenders, I'm going to either Dairy Queen or Whataburger.
Canes.
Well, Cane's is a different story. I'm talking. Cane's is a different kind of chicken tender.
Cane's isn't crispy.
I have
It's
categories.
juicy.
I have your
If you want crispy,
Popeyes in its own category,
because they got
'Cause they got
good
the spicy chicken
ones.
tenders.
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
have Cane's because it's frankly it's the most bland of all the chicken tenders.
That's why you need the cane sauce.
I don't do the cane sauce. I put it on the bread and eat like that
The bread on the bread, it's good too.
because it's got a little buttery saltiness to it, so
See,
it
I don't
helps.
put it on bread. I just put it around.
I put it on the bread and
Yeah.
just eat
bread
like a
sauce.
You make a
I don't.
sandwich
I
out of
don't.
them?
I don't.
use-
But it's. I mean, it's
Bread
like
sauce.
That is the
tostada.
best idea ever.
Bread sauce dip. Fry.
I'm
No.
gonna make a little.
I'm gonna make
get
a
an extra fucking toast.
We always get extra toast when we go to
Yes.
Cane's.
Put
It's so good.
And then
and then. Yeah.
Okay, so.
But then I have Whataburger and Dairy Queen together because they have similar chicken
Yeah.
tenders.
Keep in mind.
Plus
I
the
remember
gravy.
I was smoking a lot.
fucking blown
And,
away
and I
right
had
now.
just started, and I remember going to Cane's.
You're welcome.
And this is like the second
Thanks,
time
bro.
I've been because the first time
You
it was so
fucking
good.
Just like,
I come back high out of my fucking mind, and it hits me. They only sell fucking chicken, bro. They only sell chicken. I'm like, I'm such a nigga. I'm in love with this chicken spot so much that I came back because that good ass chicken strip had me wondering what else they got. And the whole menu is chicken.
That's
bro.
how they do you,
That was
bro.
your first time, or second time?
It
at
was like
Cane's?
second or third time, and then I'm like, damn, I'm done.
I love how it's named after a dog.
You know the guy who came up with the idea for Cane's? He had it as an idea in college for assignment, and his teacher gave him a bad grade because he said, "You'll never be able to sustain a restaurant with only chicken tenders."
Get the
And look at him now, bro. Fucking chicken tenders, fries, coleslaw, and that stupid ass cane sauce.
That's so simple. It's it. That's how you.
They have quality chicken.
Yeah, well, they
It's
do it right.
quality chicken.
If you and
for
your
sure.
girl order some food with a drink, you're spending $20.
Here's the thing: they come from Louisiana. They're here in Texas right now. They're
I've
doing
never
something right.
been to Cane's
I get the box combo.
and been disappointed for going.
You know you
Amen.
can get extra toast instead of the slaw, right?
I
Yeah,
know, I
yeah.
don't do that. Yes,
Every
I was like,
time.
not
What?
everybody
Do
knows
that.
that.
Yeah.
No
What?
slaw, extra toast. They do it
Yeah.
for free.
I do that.
Shit! Now I'm definitely doing the fucking cane sandwich,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I don't even eat the slaw. Like
They don't close
no
till 1
slaw,
either. It's amazing.
Extra toast.
3 on the weekend.
Yeah,
What?
because they know about their clientele,
I hate
bro.
to
They
work
know
there.
about us.
The one on Montrose is so lit, like, and it's in and out. They got 2 lanes now.
Well, yeah, they're quick. They always got chicken tenders going.
Yeah, as far as chicken's concerned, I'm either going to Cane's or I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Like those are
Whataburger's got
Well,
a good
Chick-fil-A
basket with the toast and the.
Yeah.
never been to Chick-fil-A and been disappointed for
That's
going.
true.
That's
You're right.
They dip their chicken in sugar. That's how you know it's good.
And then, well, they brine and it's sugar and pickle and
Sugar
MSG pickle juice.
MSG pickle juice, roll it in sugar, and then the batter.
So good.
I have an inside source.
Oh my god! And then the waffle fries, woo! Like
But here's
always.
I mean,
nice and
anybody
fresh.
can get those fries.
But here's the thing about
Always
Cane's.
nice and
What
fresh.
sauce did
though.
you want, sir?
You
Oh,
have
I'll
the
take
nuggets?
yes. I'll take the Chick-fil-A sauce, please.
Absolutely. Here you go. Excellent choice.
Thank you. And then they hit you with the.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. Yes.
My pleasure.
You already know. Like
They get paid so well compared to other fast food restaurants in Austin. $13 an hour.
Well, they got their shit down
Ridiculous.
packed.
That is ridiculous.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a line, like a car line, for a fast food place move so efficiently.
with
Like-
so much mass. Like there's
Like
so
even at
many
Raising
people
Cane's,
going
which is
through
just
it.
like we're only doing chicken, and that's all you gotta expect, and it should be like pop, 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 pop. Chick-fil-A, it doesn't matter what the fuck you order, even though it's only chicken, but it doesn't matter what you order. You're fucking out of there in fucking less than 5 minutes. Like that shit's legit. My only thing is, the thing about Chick-fil-A, they observe the times of the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, so they're not,
And they hate the gays.
and they hate the gays.
You know what sucks about
And-
that? Like
I love gays. They're hilarious.
and
the
they're not open 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, that does suck. You're right.
the most like usually when I'm like I'm craving Chick-fil-A is on a fucking Sunday.
Yep.
Like it always happens.
I work right by a Chick-fil-A, so I can just walk over from work.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everyone, Chick-fil-A
Guys,
is like the
we have a
proof-
problem.
We're going way too
We're going
long.
on a tangent right now. We need to go ahead and
All
just end
right,
this.
moral of the
sorry.
story.
I'm
Moral of the
sorry.
We should
story.
do a 2-hour episode because we missed it.
What about we're playing? We gotta play D&D
Yes, we
tonight
gotta play
too, bro.
D&D,
Orco
bro.
came all the way out here.
Yeah,
of the
Orco's
story.
asleep right now.
Do you
Like,
even care about Orco?
you don't care about him.
Orco wants to play D&D. Do you not want to play? I took time out of my day to prepare the game for you guys.
Okay, let G make his last point. Let G make his
Wow,
last
you were
point.
gonna push what I said under the rug. I'm gonna go take a piss. You end the
Just-
episode, Michael.
No,
I'm
just-
not mad, actually. I have to take a piss. Just end the episode. Bye.
I was
The
like,
moral of the story.
moral of the story.
Fuck McDonald's.
Fuck McDonald's.
Fuck McDonald's.
All
Fuck
right.
McDonald's.
Jordan, fuck McDonald's. Yo, fuck McDonald's.
Signing out.